What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting questions since the last video about a market crash. We spoke about Randy Moss possibly being leaked for the most feared, and a lot of you guys are really getting nervous, like your coin stacks are low, and you're like, yo, G, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna tell you this right now, right? Basically, what's going to happen is most people are gonna create a most feared type of team. All right, they're gonna do. I don't know if E is gonna go back to doing like that boosted height and all that other madness, but people are gonna create a most feared type of squad. All right, so what that means for you is this: primarily the players that you have on your team that are limiteds and stuff like that. Like you guys can see, this guy still hasn't sold because people are trying to get rid of cards right now. Like it's like a real deal. Like, bro, dudes are garbage and you got limiteds and we know a new program's coming. I tried to get rid of him yesterday for $1 million. Nobody wanted him and now he's down to 8 something, right? So that's what's going to pretty much happen with a lot of the cards that you have right now, unless they're part of specific programs like the crystal players and you need all 3 and stuff like that. They're going to start to drop in price. All right. So you'll see that we have the new, we have the new currency as candy in the top right. So there's many things happening right now that we're going to go over. We're going to take a look now at all the players at the top. Like, what are people doing? Now, some of you guys are concerned, like, yo, G, Cam Newton's dropping. I don't know what to do. I spent like whatever for him and he's down to 2.5. This is what I'm going to tell you, right? Let's just say, for instance, they drop Randall Cunningham or whatever they drop. Cam Newton is still going to be the best quarterback. The only issue is this: you're going to start to lose coins because if, like, I think I spent maybe like 3.2 for him or something like that. So you're going to lose coins regardless, but it's about the value that the player gives you. All right. So in certain cases, I'm not panicking right now. You see what I'm saying? I lost like 600K, whatever. It's cool because I don't really feel that another quarterback is going to be able to do the things that Cam Newton does for my squad. So I'm comfortable with holding on to him for now. Now, once a quarterback is leaked, like we've been hearing about Randy Moss and stuff like that, we're going to determine, because unless it's like an out of position guy that we get later on in the year in December, it doesn't really matter. I think he's still going to be the best quarterback. So more than likely, people are going to go back to using Cam Newton. I really don't see any quarterback because Michael Vick wasn't really that big of a draw. They drop a new one that might be faster. Yes, they fixed the fact that you can roll out to the left and the right with left-handed quarterbacks, but I guess Vick might be a pull. I don't really, chat, I'm trying to tell you right now, like, I don't know. So I'm going to just hold on to Cam Newton and just like leave that the way that it is. As far as these two players, that's going to go based on the way that you feel. I heard that Byron Young is good. Am I going to spend money for him? No. I'm not spending 2.5, million coins for him. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's faster. He's a right edge, whatever. Dude, look, the game is really, really wild right now. And it's to the point where I really, at this point, bro, I'm like, yo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, these cards are not doing what they're supposed to do. I try to do the stack with dudes like, rushing up the middle with all that, but, buy one, get one free, double or nothing, El Toro. It's all garbage, boys. Like, dudes are just not doing anything. You randomly will get a shed. It is what it is. So when we start going through it, and we start to look at the players that are available, we look at their prices. What are the cards that you have and why do you have them? Like Lawrence Taylor, right? This is a great example. We're going to go to Lawrence Taylor, then I'm going to go to Marshawn Lynch, right? Lawrence Taylor, most people have him because he gets that stack and he's a right edge. So you can put him at D tackle, right? So it works out that way for you if you have, you have the coins to spend or whatever, right? Hear me out though. Is he really worth it? Like, that's what you got to think about. Like, when you play against them, right? Even if you don't double team them or you slide or whatever, and they have that stack. Because I showed you guys the video with like the stack that everybody's running with the El Toro, double or nothing and all that stuff like that with buy one, get one free. Is he really that good? Like, bro, I play against them all the time. And dude, I'll double team him or I'll slide and he's non-existent. Remember, a couple years ago, certain abilities, they were screaming. Like, if you didn't have abilities on your O-line, dudes were screaming. Now it doesn't matter. Everything is so random, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, I get the question like, yo, G, is this guy good? I'm like, I don't know. Like, is he? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, the game is so wild and savage, you have to figure out what works for you. Now, this is one that's a killer right here. Because I warned you guys about it, like, yo, Marshawn Lynch. They were like, yo, G, are you going to pick him up? He dropped at 3 million. He was 3 million coins. But then I looked at his attributes, right? And I scrolled down and I was like, he has an 82 juke and an 81 spin. So what's his use? Yeah, he played for the Raiders and he's going to go up to, a 92 speed on my squad. But I'm like, if he can't make a spin, he can't like do anything. Like, what are we doing with him? And people realize that And then now, like, he'll break tackles. Like, if you just run straight into a dude, he'll break tackles and do stuff like that. But what else is he doing? Like, that's what the major concern is. So this is the problem. Once all these things drop with most feared, there's going to be a super fast running back with the strat card that's going to make him even cheaper. And then you could be like, yo, G, what's going on? What's going on is the fact that people understand, like Gibbs is a monster. He may not get sold. Like, people may not sell Gibbs for the most feared. They might just be like, yo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude is raw as hell. Like, this dude right here will give you nightmares, bro. Like, they'll throw it to him in the flat and he's gone. Like, yo, we out. And the crazy part about it is he's a 93 speed. And there's corners at a 93 speed as well. And if you hike the ball and throw it right to the flat, it's a wrap. He'll run right past that corner and he's going for 6. Not only that, he breaks like almost every tackle. Like, it's real wild. He has a break tackle 91. You'll run into him, you'll hit stick him, he'll keep running. So he won't be affected by it at all for now. But I do believe with the strat card, EA Sports is going to make another running back close to his speed or match it, at least for that time of the promo. Because of the most feared aspect, they have to do things like scary fast and all that other stuff, right? So they're going to do stuff like that. Is that enough for you to go ahead and say, you know what, I want to take a chance on something else and get rid of Gibbs? I don't know. Gibbs by himself running around is a very scary sight, guys. So I'm going to tell you right now, that guy, dude, yo, he gives me straight up nightmares. That guy right there. And he ain't even part of the most feared, but he's scary as hell. So I would watch that guy. Other players, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody was asking me about selling Benjamin St. Just. I was like, yo, why not? Like, dude, he's 10 million coins. Why not? Because they're going to drop a corner that's his same speed and stuff like that for most feared, and you can get through the month and then be ready for harvest, and then they're going to drop the new versions of whatever cards they're dropping with the new ranked players, and that's going to drop prices anyway. So why not? You know, those players I don't think you'll miss because there's so many different versions, but the running back, dude, this guy does everything. You know what I'm saying, bro? So he probably is one of the only cards that won't really be affected by most feared. As far as everybody else, guys, I'm trying to get rid of this bum William Perry. I need him gone right now. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, immediately. Calvin Johnson, like I said, I'm not a big fan of what he was doing. I'm keeping Taylor Mays. He's still one of the best safeties in the game. Everything else that's around, you have to pretty much go based on what you're utilizing on your squad. If a player is working for you, though, regardless of what's dropping, like I told you guys, Cam Newton has already cost me like 600, 700K. I'm good because I don't think that there's going to be somebody better. That's the way you have to look at it for your squad. But if you have certain players that you can just replace for now, as we prepare for the most feared, I'm going to urge you to get rid of them. I'm just going to say, bro, look, man, get rid of them. Because if they're not making impact, you know what I'm saying? You might as well use this promo to get you through the month, and then you figure out what you're going to do after. As always, if you're a member of the channel, drop a question. Let's get it answered. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and consider becoming a member to have your questions answered personally. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.